being here on such a special night in our four-time All-America City of Edinburg. I'm Roxanne Lerma, certainly an honor to be your MC again tonight. Our Hometown of Heroes Half Marathon has really become a signature event, especially because it gives us all the chance to honor some pretty remarkable individuals all along the race route of that half marathon. And tonight, we are so excited to introduce the honorees selected to represent each of those mile markers. And I can tell you guys, it was competitive. There were lots of nominations, so round of applause for the people that were selected tonight. I know this firsthand, we get more and more nominations each year, which speaks volumes about the City of Edinburg, right? We have so many people that have chosen to make such a big impact in this community. To begin our program tonight, please stand for the invocation led by Councilmember Dan Diaz, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Councilman Jerry Lozano.
Thank you. If I could everybody stand, please remove all headgear. And if we could all pray together. Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, we gather this evening with grateful hearts as our city prepares for the 6th annual Hometown of Heroes Half Marathon. We thank you for bringing us together in the spirit of unity, celebration, and purpose. Tonight, we honor the men and women who remind us what true community looks like. Those whose service, compassion, and dedication have strengthened the very fabric of our Edinburg. For every quiet act of kindness, every moment of sacrifice, every effort made to lift others up, we give thanks. May each honoree represent along every mile of the race serve as a living reminder that heroism is not found only in grand gestures, but in daily acts of courage and love. Lord, we ask your blessing upon these individuals and their families. May they feel the warmth, thanks, and admiration of this community that they have so faithfully served. Inspire all of us here to follow their example, to give generously, to serve wholeheartedly, and to work each day toward a stronger, more caring city. Bless this evening's gathering, the organizers, the runners preparing to take the journey ahead, and all those who support this event. May the race be safe, uplifting, and filled with a spirit of unity that reflects the very best of who we all are. And as we celebrate our hometown heroes, may we be reminded that each of us has the capacity to be a light in someone's life. In your holy name we pray, and as always, in God we trust. Can I get an amen, please? Amen. Thank you.
Beautiful, thank you. Councilman Lozano, Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much. You may be seated. Before we get to our official welcome tonight, I do want to recognize some important people in the room because we cannot do it without them. Of course, our Edinburg City Council, Mayor Omar Ochoa. You heard from him already, beautiful words, Councilman Dan Diaz. Councilman Jason De Leon. Councilman Jerry Lozano. And our city manager, Ms. Mayra Ayala. And now please help me to welcome our mayor, Omar Ochoa, for the official welcome remarks.
Thank you, Roxanne. All right, good evening, everybody. When I look around this room, I have to confess, I feel a little more than intimidated. When you stand in front of a group of people like this who have achieved so much, whose combined efforts span decades of service, education, leadership, profound sacrifices to our city, our state, and our country, it makes me feel downright sorry for all of the half marathon runners out there. Think about it. You're at mile 9. Your physical body is failing. you're deeply regretting your life choices, you're looking for divine inspiration, and instead you lock eyes with a huge poster of Mayor Rudy de la Viña or Mayor Richard Alamia, and it smiles back at you, and it's a smile that says, I contributed significantly to this great city. Why are you walking? You've only been running for 45 minutes. It's a very specific type of pressure. You can't just stop and walk in front of Homer Hasso Sr. You can't do it. The giant cobra cutout will know it is terrifying, and it is a highly effective way to keep people running all along the race route, and I know because I'm one of the runners. But seriously, thank you all so much for being here tonight. We gathered tonight for something truly special. The Hometown of Heroes Half Marathon is not just another event on our city calendar. It is a race that beats with the very heart of the city of Edinburg. It's that rare and beautiful moment where we pause the relentless rush of our daily lives to look inward, to look homeward, and to honor our own. And I appreciate every single person who is here tonight to be a part of this special unveiling. The unveiling tonight is for 13 extraordinary individuals, and they will mark each mile of the race. And we're doing this more than just naming places on a route. We, along the way, are telling the story of our beautiful city. From the veterans who bravely defended our freedoms, to the educators who shaped our minds, from the public servants who guided civic life, to the coaches and neighbors who every day simply showed us what it means to show up. You all are the reason that Edinburg is not just a place on the map, but a community for everybody. And history is not made in abstract, sweeping strokes of a brush. It is made block by block, classroom by classroom, generation by generation. And you, the 13, are the heroes recognizing tonight, are the sturdy foundation upon which we have built this great house called Edinburg. But we also know deeply and intimately that no hero walks their path alone. Behind every late night at the office, every weekend spent volunteering, every moment of selfless service, there is a family, spouses, children, parents who shared the burden and amplified the joy. We honor all of you tonight as well, the families who are here. Your quiet strength, yes, thank you. Your quiet strength, your unwavering support are the invisible threads that hold the tapestry of our beautiful community together. The book of Hebrews tells us, therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw everything that hinders and let us run with the perseverance the race marked out for us. My friends, when I look around the room, we are absolutely surrounded by our own great cloud of witnesses. The men and women we honor tonight are the pacemakers for the soul of our city. They have shown us what it means to run with perseverance, to endure through challenges, and to pass the baton of progress to the next generation with grace and with love. Thank you so much to the honorees for giving us a city we are all so immensely proud to call home. Let us celebrate tonight. Let us run this half marathon with purpose, and let's forever draw inspiration from the hometown heroes that light our way. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Love that. And now, please help me to welcome our Parks and Rec Director, Javier Garza, we all know him, to the podium for a few words about this remarkable night.
Good evening. Such a wonderful day to reveal our 13 heroes today. This is the 6th year that we honor great individuals that have done so much for Edinburg. Not only Edinburg, but some individuals also did a lot for our county and even our state. So that's just a wonderful, wonderful thing that all these 13 heroes have done for us. There's a little something special in this 13, because 3 of them that are honored tonight were also my athletes. I was a head coach at Middle School, and those 3 individuals went through 6th grade PE, 7th, 8th grade athletics, played football, basketball, track, and all that stuff. So I want to say maybe I have a little bit to do with what you're here. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe not. But anyways, I feel honored and proud to be here, just to be part of this great presentation. A little bit of housekeeping moving forward. we have given each hometown hero a pamphlet on what to expect on race day. Race day is March 8th, and it's a 13-mile route. So along the 13 miles, we have stationed you and your family or friends to be there in that area and help celebrate the life and times of your hero. Talk, bring taquitos, bring coffee, chairs, a table, umbrellas, whatever you want, bring some music, and just talk about the great times, great memories of the hometown hero, and also family members, even family members that are not here with us anymore. Just sit there, laugh, cry if you like. It's awesome. Family together is always makes a great time. So expect about 3 hours of that morning to spend with your hometown hero, family and friends, and enjoy the time. As you're there, runners will be passing by. Cheer them on, give them water, celebrate, and within those 3 hours or so, mayor and council, management, myself will be going to your campsite and honor you with a hometown hero medal as well. So expect that, enjoy it. Congratulations on all you've done for Edinburg. God bless you all.
Thanks, Howie. We cannot wait. Okay, grab your phones. Let's get to the part that everyone is waiting for, the big reveal of our hometown heroes in the city of Edinburg. If I can have our Edinburg City Council, please join me in front for this, please, if you want to get a little closer to the baskets and the plaques over there. Okay, so here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna read a short bio on the winners as they come up to the front, and they'll take a quick photo with the council. You're also gonna be presented with a plaque and a basket, and new this year, the other ones for the past are probably a little jealous. We've got jackets, yeah. We're taking it back a little to high school. We get to be the cool crowd, Letterman jackets. So yeah, we took it up a notch this year. Thank you to our Parks and Rec for doing that. Obviously, your family is welcome to join you for the big photo. And then the honoree or their designated spokesperson can definitely come up and say a few words as they accept the honor. Pretty simple, right? Bio, take the photo, and then we'll do the speechifying. So let's begin tonight with our very first hometown hero, none other than Richard Alamia. Richard Alamia is a lifelong resident of the city of Edinburg and a distinguished attorney whose career in law and public service spans nearly 5 decades. Elected mayor of the wonderful city of Edinburg in 1981, he served until 1987, guiding the city through responsible growth and strengthening its civic foundation. His commitment to public engagement continued as Democratic chairman from 1988 to 1992, further demonstrating his dedication to community leadership. Throughout his career, he also served as city attorney for the cities of Edinburg, Edcouch, and Alamo, providing trusted legal counsel on municipal governance. Beyond his professional achievements, Mr. Alamia is a devoted family man, married since 1970. He and his wife Yolanda share 2 children, Richard R. Alamia Jr. and Gina Marie Alamia. His legacy is defined by faith, integrity, and a lifelong commitment to serving this beautiful, beautiful community. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Alamia. Mayor, you've done this before, so I know you're going to say a few words, right? I like the jacket a lot.
Oh, thank you. First of all, I want to congratulate all the honorees and their families on this important occasion. The most important thing in the leadership of any mayor or any community leader, there's always people behind him that support him, that deserve to be heroes, like my wife Yolanda Alamia, my son Richard, and Gina Alamia. They have been very supportive. Without them, I could have never been elected mayor, and all the long hours that we put in as mayor, I thank them very much. Now, I also like to thank all the citizens of Edinburg that supported me when I ran in 1981. I got elected 3 terms from 1981 to 1987. And it was a wonderful experience for me and for my family. Above all, I would also like to thank my mother and father, because without them, I would have never been successful. And I thank all of you and all the families for supporting us. And again, I'd like to emphasize, thank you very much and congratulate all the heroes and their families tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Congratulations. Okay, and now, next up, we have PR de la Viña. PR Rudy de la Viña was a lifelong resident of Edinburg whose leadership left a lasting mark on this community. A 1967 graduate of Edinburg High School and former Bobcat football player, he continued his education at Pan American College, where he majored in history and discovered a big passion for public service. Honoring his family's legacy as one of Edinburgh's founding families, he devoted his adult life to civic leadership. He served on the Edinburg City Council from 1981 to 87, and then mayor from 87 to 1993. Beyond city government, he worked for the Texas Department of Human Services as regional supervisor of indigent care programs for South Texas, and then later as director of indigent care for Hidalgo County. A proud rancher, he cherished his retirement years at La Estrellita Ranch. He is dearly missed by his wife Dalia, 6 children, and 12 beautiful grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero PR de la Viña and his wife Dalia will speak on his behalf.
Good evening, Mayor Ochoa, City Councilmen, and honored guests. On behalf of my late husband, Rudy de la Viña, and our family, we wish to thank the City of Edinburg for this deeply meaningful honor. Rudy loved this city and served it with all of his heart. Being born into one of the founding families of Edinburg, he felt a very strong connection to this city and felt an obligation to ensure its prosperity. For 6 years as a city councilman and 6 years as mayor, his mission was always the same: to help Edinburgh to grow and to serve its people with compassion and integrity. More than anything, Rudy believed in caring for others in the community. He was especially devoted to helping indigent families in Hidalgo County so that they could live healthier and more hopeful lives. He believed that when we care for the vulnerable, we strengthen the entire community. As his wife, I witnessed his dedication every day when he saw many lives improved through service. This honor reflects not only Rudy's legacy, but the shared spirit of this community. If he could be here this evening, my husband would say that this recognition belongs to Edinburg and all of its amazing citizens who make this city the most important place to live, work, shop, and to raise a family. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for remembering Rudy and for continuing the work that he loves so much. God bless you all, and God bless the 4-time All-America City of Edinburg. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Dalia. Beautiful. One more time, Rudy de la Viña. Okay, on to the third honoree tonight, and that is Joe Filoteo. Coach Joe Filoteo became the head basketball coach at Edinburg High School in 1983. His tenure was historic, beginning with the 1987-88 Bobcats, earning over 20 wins in a single season and securing his 100th career victory. In 1990 to 91, the Bobcats reached the state playoffs and won the program's first by-district title by defeating the Harlingen Cardinals. Between 1993 and 98, the team claimed 4 district and 6 by-district championships, followed by back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances from 1999 to 2001. Yeah, y'all go ahead and move on over. In 2006, Coach Filoteo earned his 500th career win, and the 2008 squad set a program record with a 32-4 season, advancing to the Region 4 5A tournament. He later served, as if that wasn't enough, for 7 years as athletic director for Edinburg CISD before retiring in 2014 after 43 years of service. He remains proud to still call Edinburg home with his wife, Mary Lou Pesina Filoteo, and their beautiful family. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Joe Filoteo. Thank you all so much. Coach, a few words? We know you're used to talking to a crowd.
Boy, I am so pumped up right now. I think I'm going to go play a game right now. This is awesome. Good evening, everyone, by the way. Very good-looking crowd out here. Honorees, what can I say? It's an honor just to be here with y'all and to be a part of the same group and the ones that we followed from the first year, the 6th annual, to this year. They told us that it was supposed to be sweet and short, but I have notes here for about an hour. Do I need your permission for just, okay, we'll cut it down to three minutes, okay, all right. Yeah, 30 seconds, y'all don't know what that is, but that's a 30-second timeout, and so that's what we're gonna take here. To the mayor, the city councilman, all the departments, and especially the favorite department, the Parks and Recreation, is mine. Thank you. When I was the Parks and Rec director, I was very fortunate and privileged to be a part of the opening up of our state-of-the-art facility that now sits there on Mark Pena Drive. And it's been used so many times by so many youth, adults, and programs through those years that everybody brags about it, and it's still one of the top in the state of Texas. Thank y'all very much for doing that. To our honored guests, their families, and their friends, and everybody else here that's represented by some group or some organization of the city. I feel very humbled. I feel very blessed to have been a part of the programs from the school district to the city, to other organizations, to the camps that we've had for our youth, and everything that involved the civic service that we were able to provide and have through all the years that we have been here. I came to Edinburg 43 years ago, and it's still my home. And I will always make it my home for the reasons that I just gave you. I think that we have a great city. I mean, what other city can brag of being named All-American City 4 times? Give yourselves a hand. Thank you. I just want to say that tonight, I know the feelings are very high, emotions are very high, and I know that it's an honor, it's a humbling honor for all of us that are here today being honored by the city. But I want to say one thing as I close, and remember this. People will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. And I feel blessed. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Coach. You want to keep the mic? Hometown hero, Joe Piloteo. Okay, our next hometown hero is Beto Garza. For more than 30 years, Mr. Garza has been a pillar of academic excellence at Edinburg North High School, embodying the mission and values of Edinburg through his dedication to student success. Since 1993, he has served as the school's UIL number 10 sponsor and coach, guiding teams to remarkable achievements, including over 20 district championships, 16 regional titles, 18 state appearances, and 7 UIL number 10 state championships. Most recently earning back-to-back titles. Yeah, let's hear it. He won back-to-back titles in 2024 and 2025 in Texas's largest conference. His mentorship has inspired generations of students to pursue rigorous academic pathways and gain admission to elite institutions such as Harvard, Stanford, and Rice, just to name a few. Honored with distinctions such as the Coca-Cola Educator of Distinction Award and Walmart Teacher of the Year, Beto Garza continues to elevate educational excellence and community pride. Ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree, Beto Garza.
It is an honor to be here. I'm very, very, I guess, fortunate to be here amongst everybody that's here. I see a couple of you here that I know that I've worked with, and to be selected to be here, I'm really, really surprised, and I want to thank, first of all, God for giving me the opportunity to work here in Edinburg for over 30 years, and I never saw myself here. I'm originally from Starr County, a little boy from over there from the Rancho, right? And I came over here to work. And just to give you a little background, when I remember when I started going to UTRGV or Pan Am at that time, I didn't even know where to park my first day when I got to Pan Am. As a matter of fact, the very first day I came to Pan Am, I parked in front of the, right next to the Pizza Hut, and I got a ticket. I didn't even know I was not supposed to be parking there. But I am blessed that Edinburg gave me an opportunity to work, to get educated here. And I've had an amazing experience teaching here with the school district. And I'm really fortunate, and I'm very nervous also, sorry. Okay. But I've had the opportunity to work with amazing people, amazing teachers. And that's where I learned how to work hard and be passionate about my job. And I just want to mention a few people that a lot of you probably had as teachers. People like Albert Lopez, he showed me discipline. And it was like, wow, he was about this tall, but he showed me discipline. I had Miss Eva Torres, who was very, very energetic. And she's a wonderful lady that I learned a lot from. And she never got tired, very smart. Mr. Sam Milligan, who I never got to see him mad with any student, even though, you know, we work with teenagers, and he was a very nice, kind person, always willing to help me. Mr. George Guerra, a math teacher who, I don't remember a day where he didn't stay after school helping students. That Mr. Guerra was like, wow, how does he do it? How is he so passionate about that? So I learned from him also a lot. Mr. Miguel Ramirez, his competition, he took kids, he taught them a whole bunch of different languages as far as coding, English, and they were able to compete at the state level. So I really learned a lot from him. And one of the last people that I learned a lot, he had a crazy sense of humor, but he really inspired me to be our calculus teacher now at Edinburg North, and it's Mr. Gus Alvarado. If anybody knows him, he probably made you laugh if you had him in class a couple of times, right? But all these people, since I'm a math teacher, I'm going to talk about a little bit about math. They had a common factor. And the common factor was that they worked hard and they cared about their students' learning. And they were passionate about that. And that's what I learned from them. And I'm real thankful that I got to work with them, and I learned a lot from them. Of course, there's many other teachers there, but these are a few people that have really impacted me. So I'm hoping that I can pass this along through other people. My daughter just this January started working as a teacher also, Lisi. So I'm very excited about that, and I hope I can see her passion in it also. And hopefully one day, she'll stick with it and she'll impact many students and so forth, okay? So I'm really, really grateful again to have this opportunity. Thank you, City of Edinburg. And as it was mentioned, we have won 7 state titles in Edinburg North, number sense team, and it's a big state. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know about that. And we're talking about 6A division, so it took a lot of work, a lot of dedication, and we were able to do that. So, I just want to challenge the parents, everybody that's here, to get your kids involved with UIL academics, any activity, they like to argue, get them in debates, they like math, get them into math, history, whatever they like. I encourage you guys to do that, because our kids, they compete against others in the state? And I'm proved, our team has been proved. 1 year, to 2016, I remember, we were at the state level competition, and I stood up there with my team. They had won 2 state titles, calculator and number sense, and the next team that was next to us was Vela, and they had 2 other state titles. So that's pretty incredible. That year we had 4 academic state titles from Edinburg. So that's amazing. So can it be done? Yes. So I challenge you all to get your kids involved in UIL academics. So it's awesome. It's an amazing experience for the kids, and they learn how to compete against the best in the state. The other challenge that I want to leave you with before I leave is have your kids take calculus. I'm the calculus teacher, and have them take calculus, okay? And some of you might be wondering, well, I don't know if they can handle it. Well, I'm going to tell you something that I learned this past week. My daughter came home. She just became a pre-K3 teacher, okay, in January at Cano Elementary. And she came, Dad, every day she comes and tells me a different story. And this past week, she came by and she told me, Dad, guess what word we're learning today? Pentagon. And I'm like, Pentagon? Wow, that's a big word for a 3-year-old to learn. They're already learning all these higher math concepts at that level. They can take calculus at the high school. Tell your kids they can take calculus, okay? So I challenge you guys, and thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. You're such a math teacher, I love it. And if you were nervous, that was pretty darn awesome, wasn't it? And another familiar face is coming up. Our 5th honoree tonight is Omar Govea. And he has a cheering section. Originally from Chicago, Omar began his journey in Edinburg in 1997 when his family relocated to the community that would shape his purpose and service. A determined student, he graduated from Edinburg North High School in just 3 years before enrolling at the University of Texas Pan American. Called to serve, he then enlisted in the Marine Corps and proudly completed a combat tour in Iraq from 2007 to 2008. After returning home in 2010, he spent a decade in the oil and gas industry while remaining deeply connected to the city of Edinburg, where he then met his wife Brenda and raised 3 beautiful daughters, Aranza, Jimena, and Sarah. Today, Mr. Govea is a respected real estate professional and serves on the Leadership Steering Committee of the Edinburg Chamber, the City's Zoning Board of Adjustments, and the Veterans Committee. Honored as 2024 Ambassador of the Year, he also supports veterans through the Wounded Warrior Project RGB, continuing to lead with purpose and also with integrity. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Omar Govea. cheering section. It's good. Told you. Okay, we got it. Omar, congratulations. Come say a few words with us.
Good evening, Edinburg. I didn't prepare a speech, but I'm definitely humbled and honored to have been a recipient for this year's Hometown Hero. Edinburg is dear to my heart. I was raised here. I've lived here over 29 years. When I left to the Marine Corps, I didn't know if I was going to come back or not, right? And I always knew that if I made it back, that I wanted to make it back to Edinburg. And I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for my mentors, for the leaders that I've had throughout the years, one of them being Coach Garza, Javier Garza. He's someone that I respect and honor, and I'm thankful for not only his leadership, but his friendship, right? And also the mayor, Omar Ochoa, and council members, I'm very thankful as well for you guys. The Edinburg Chamber of Commerce has been a life-changing opportunity for me. I've been very thankful to Ronnie Laralde, who has also been a great mentor through the years. And so I want to give him thanks where it's deserved. And there's so many people I need to thank, from my real estate to my broker to the leadership courses that I've been a part of, from the RGV partnership, from Texas Realtors, to everyone. But ultimately, wouldn't be possible without my parents, my mom, my dad, my in-laws as well. Because of them, I'm able to do what it has been my calling, which has been to serve my city of Edinburg. So again, thank you, and let's go Edinburg.
We're about halfway through. I just want to remind our honorees, please stay so we can take a photo of all of you guys. It's iconic. Plus, we have to show off our Letterman jackets. And also, just a quick reminder, on race day, please take your posters with you. That's how we identify the different 13 miles. So we want to wave it in the air. We just don't care as the runners are going by, right? Okay, next. Our next hometown hero is none other than, you have to come turn it, Judge Homer Hassel. Judge Hassel, born and raised in Edinburg, credits his strong work ethic to his parents, migrant workers who followed crops to provide for their family. A graduate of Edinburg High School, he later served his country in the Army during the Vietnam War from 1966 to 68. After returning, Judge Hassel built a diverse career, driving trucks, running a bar, and starting a produce business, before serving as Justice of the Peace, earning the community's trust as the people's judge. Alongside his wife, Becky, he founded Don Pepe's, which grew, as we all know, into a beloved local restaurant here in Edinburg. Returning to the bench for 3 additional terms, he later opened Don Pepe's Express on Klausner Boulevard in 2025. Had to bring it back to Edinburg. Active in the Edinburg Chamber, the Hispanic Chamber, and the Lions Club, Judge Hassel's life reflects hard work, community service, and dedication to family and the city of Edinburg. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Judge Homer Hassel.
Thank you all for being here.
Bring on the family, guys. Come on, everybody get in the picture. We gotta memorialize this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Homer Hassel. I was born and raised here in Edinburg, and I'm truly grateful for this honor of hometown hero. I want to thank the mayor and all the councilmen here tonight. I want to thank all of you for being here. It means a lot to me to be recognized by the town that raised me. After I served in Vietnam, I took a lot of pride in serving my community. Though through business and on the bench, serving as justice of the peace, I was given the name the People's Judge. Why? Because I treated everybody with fairness and compassion. I've been blessed to serve as judge for 20 years, as well as to build my businesses, Don Pepe's Restaurant, alongside with my wife, Becky. She passed away 10 years ago, but I still miss her every single day. And I'm very proud to be from Edinburg. And thank you all. God bless you.
Thank you, Judge. That was beautiful. Appreciate you, Hustle family. The talk of the town on Thursday. Dan said, don't forget the talk of the town on Thursday. He knows what that means. Obviously, somebody else does too. Oh, okay, dinosaur rim. Oh, okay, then, yeah, I can definitely go for that. Ready? Okay, our next hometown hero is Elias Longoria Jr. Elias, a native of Edinburg, earned his BBA in finance from Pan American University. With over 30 years in banking, he currently serves as first vice president and commercial loan officer at the Greater State Bank, Edinburg branch, of course. Committed to community service, Mr. Longoria has contributed to numerous organizations, including the Food Bank of the Rio Grande Valley, Edinburg Boys and Girls Club, Habitat for Humanity, Casa of Hidalgo County, and the Edinburg Chamber of Commerce, while also serving on the Edinburg City Council as Mayor Pro Tem. He currently serves on the boards of the Girl Scouts of Greater South Texas and UTRGV's Internal Audit Committee, and participates in the Edinburg Planning and Zoning Board and the Rotary Club. That's a lot of involvement. Married to Laura Chavana Longoria, he is a devoted father and longtime choir member at St. Joseph's Catholic Church. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Elias Longoria. I promise, these shots are worth it. Wait till y'all see the video with all the families. It's beautiful. Okay, Elias. I know you're not shy.
Well, maybe a little. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really deeply touched. When I heard the news, I immediately, you didn't see it, but I jumped up. It looked like, yes. And we celebrated already. We've talked about it. We've discussed it. The one thing that I wanted to come up is give thanks to everyone, especially my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for giving me the strength to be here today and to continue all the hard work that I do within this community that I love so much. I still am involved in the community now. I plan to be here for a long time, as long as they'll have me. And I found that I learned a lot of that from my father, Elias Sr., who taught me to be kind and to be nice to everyone. My mother, who's here tonight, 90 years old and still going strong, Maruka, and she taught me how to be a gentleman and how to treat everybody nice. He said, "You ever lay a finger on a woman, I'll take care of you myself." So she meant it. My mother-in-law is here today also, Lydia Chavana, also 90 years old, 90 years young. Yeah. And I have to thank her also for allowing me to marry her daughter, Lori. Thanks for putting up with me for 30 years. It's been a long time, and it's been a long haul, and a lot of things that I've been involved in the community that make me very proud, because I know my father would be proud. And I thank my family. My son Marco's here too. I should have said that first, but thanks for being here, son. And my daughter couldn't be here because she's in Austin working. But I'm deeply touched. I'm extremely humbled by the honorees that are here tonight. Some that haven't come up to speak that I know are going to be this high above us. But I know that there's a lot of wonderful people that are here and that make all this possible. Thank you to the mayor, the city council, everyone that participates in the city. Myra, you and I go way back to my days as a council member. I had one term as a council member here. I lost my reelection bid, and then somebody said, you know what, Elias, you're not a politician, you're a giver, a volunteer. And I said, you know what, that is the nicest compliment I've ever gotten. So I appreciate that consult, and I thank everyone for being here tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you all.
Congratulations. And yes, we want you to continue being involved. We appreciate it. Okay, up next. Our next honoree is Joaquin D. Lozano. Joaquin Lozano, born and raised in Edinburg, graduated from Edinburg North High School in 2004 and enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps at just 17. Serving 8 years in the infantry, he completed 2 combat deployments, including Iraq and Afghanistan. Following his military service, Mr. Lozano earned his degree from Texas A&M University Corpus in 2013 and has since dedicated over 12 years to teaching special education with Edinburg CISD. Yes, thank you. Passionate about mentoring youth, he's also coached middle school sports for a decade, fostering growth, discipline, and teamwork. And beyond his professional and military achievements, Mr. Lozano is a devoted father of 3 children who today join him in celebrating his commitment to education, service, and our beautiful Edinburg community. Thank you for your service, hometown hero, Joaquin Lozano. Smile, smile, smile. Got it. Thank you, Lozano.
I want to keep it short, keep it sweet. It's an honor and privilege to be able to be up here to share this moment with my family, and as well as myself. It means the world to me, and it's a very special occasion for my family. And again, I'm going to say it again as well. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for considering me for this award. I also want to say it's refreshing to be in a room with like-minded individuals that share the same level of compassion, passion, and enthusiasm for the development of the community like I do. Thank you again. Happy birthday, Mom, and Semper Fi.
Thank you, Joaquin. Okay, up next in our big reveal is hometown hero Andy Pineda. Jose Pineda, better known as Andy, is a lifelong resident of Edinburg, attended De La Viña Elementary School, B.L. Garza Middle School, and then Edinburg North High School. After graduation, he served 4 years in the Army with the 82nd Airborne Division at Fort Bragg, completing a humanitarian deployment to Haiti in 2010, and then a combat deployment to Iraq in 2011. Following his honorable discharge, he returned to Edinburgh, where he met his wife, Chelsea, and together they have 3 gorgeous children, Madeline, Noah, and Delilah. Andy is a full-time student at UTRGV, and, get this, guys, also serves as a student assistant for the football program, contributing to the Vaqueros' phenomenal 9-3 season in their first season. He's up. Yep. He also volunteers with Edinburg Parks and Rec, coaching and mentoring young athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Andy Pineda. Oh, Andy, you don't get to get
No?
away. No.
Okay.
You gotta stay.
No, I prepared a little speech.
Okay,
so.
perfect.
I wasn't going to prepare a speech, but I ended up preparing a speech. Okay, here we go. Good evening, everyone. First, I want to thank the City of Edinburg for this honor to be called the hometown hero in the place that shaped me is very humbling. Edinburg is where I learned what service means. Before I ever wore a coaching shirt, before I ever wore a military uniform, serving our country taught me discipline, sacrifice, and something bigger than myself. That leadership is responsibility. It's about showing up when it's hard. It's about putting the mission and the people next to you first. When my time in the military ended, my service didn't. It just changed form. Today, I serve through mentorship. I serve through football and other sports through the Parks and Rec. Working with young men at UTRGV, I see it more as more than a game. It's about developing character. It's about teaching accountability, resilience, and pride in where you come from. Every time I step on that field, I'm representing this city, the work ethic, the toughness, and the heart of Edinburg. This community raised me, it invested in me, and now it's my responsibility to pour back into it. If I'm a hometown hero, it's only because this hometown built me first. Thank you to my family, my fellow service members, the players, the coaches of UTRGV coaching staff, and the All-American City of Edinburg, and everyone who continues to believe in me. I promise to keep serving with integrity, with purpose, and with pride. God bless Edinburg, and thank you.
Way to go, Andy. Andy had a cheering section too. I saw that Veronica Gonzalez here, UTRGV. Thank you for being here. Visa up, right? And then Coach Bush was here somewhere. So he had his own little cheering section. Thank you, Andy. Okay, next poster. Our next hometown hero in the city of Edinburg is Eloy Pulido. Jose Eloy Pulido, born and raised in Edinburg, was the middle child of 5 boys in a migrant family. Understanding that education could provide a path beyond poverty, he pursued learning and service. Following high school, he enlisted in the Air Force, serving in Vietnam from 1974 to 78. He later earned a degree from Pan American University. Mr. Pulido began his career as a school board member for Edinburg CISD in the early 90s, then served as Safety and Risk Management Administrator for PSJA ISD, before being elected Hidalgo County Clerk, and then later Hidalgo County Judge from 1998 to 2002. Married to Mari Zamora Pulido, he is the proud father of 5 and grandfather of 4. Ladies and gentlemen, 2026 honoree, Judge Eloy Pulido. Thank you, Pulidos. Judge? Oh, come on. He said, I'm not going to say a few words. Come on, we all know. Judge, please.
Thank you, Roxanne. You know, I've never been so nervous in my life. As the story goes, that when we were growing up, Edinburg it was a very small town. We had caliche streets. There was fields in town, and it gradually changed. Very important for me to say that thanks to my mom and dad, may they rest in peace, we were afforded the opportunity of an education. And my dad would always tell us, he said, oh, I can't offer you any money. I can't offer you any land. but I will give you an opportunity to work hard and appreciate what you work for. And that's what it was. And as bad as it was, you know, going through high school, we were still working the fields. My dad had some trucks, and it was during the Vietnam War that we thought, you know, I'd get home as soon as I could and turn on the TV to see how many Americans had been shot or killed and how many Viet Cong. To the point that in about April 7th, I skipped school. That was it was common back then. But what we did do is I went to the recruiters, Air Force recruiter, and I said I wanted to volunteer. Now, granted, this was in '74, before the Vietnam War ended, and I wanted to go to Vietnam because one, I wanted to serve my country, but more importantly, I wanted to do my part and work on those numbers of how many Viet Cong and how many Americans had been killed. And Richard, I'm sure you remember me back then, Alejos and Joel, some of you older gentlemen, that it was a terrible war. It was a terrible war. Edinburg lost so many. Those are the true heroes. And those families that lost their loved ones are the true heroes as well. We were given the opportunity to become hometown heroes because of them. Now, I'll never forget, fresh out of tech school, I had orders to go to Udon Air Force Base on a TDY, a temporary duty assignment, which turned out to be Operation Baby Lift, where 200 Amerasian kids were being evacuated, and I had orders to be on that flight. My orders were canceled. The plane was shot down into the rice paddies, and 8 crew members died, and I want to say about 20-something children died, and they were Amerasian kids. American soldiers had kids with Vietnamese ladies, and they were being transported back. Long story short, I get assigned to Kelly Air Force Base, and I spent the rest of my time there, came back to Edinburg, and decided to use my GI Bill, went to Pan American University, and got my degree, and I started working as an administrator of the PSJ school district, and then I already knew Omar's dad, Joe Ochoa, and I remember we ran into each other at HEB, and I said, hey Joe, I said, I'd really like to get involved with the school district. He said, Joy, why don't you run for school board? I said, I'll do it. Thanks to the Lord and thanks to the community, I was elected county as school board member. And it was because of the leadership of Joe Ochoa. And I was a little kid back then. He was about this big. That we made a difference. And the difference that we made was because of a gentleman that I saw earlier, Dr. Miguel de los Santos. Miguel, are you still here? That's a brother to me. I'm sorry, brother. Anyway, and that to me was the best decision that we made as a school board, because he made the job so easy. And this is where I believe the school district, ECISD, started the rise, that gave the rise to everybody else and to the kids. Ran for county clerk, I got elected, and I don't want to make this too long, but for me it's important because the differences that we made, and this is the same differences that you all are making. and that the county's making, and that the state is not making, but that's another story. To me, it was great pride, thanks to my family, to my son, Danny, Elisa, Aaron, Adrian, Ariana, my grandkids, and my beautiful wife, Mari, that we were able to make the difference, and I was elected. The biggest honor to me was that I was elected the 27th county judge of Hidalgo County in the history of Hidalgo County. Thank you. But one more thing that I'll say is, as county clerk, I was elected and I went into the office and there was boxes galore. There was no computerization, and that was kind of part of our platform. You know, we want to computerize, and all I knew about computers was how to turn them on. But I surrounded myself with the right people, and just the biggest honor that I received as the county clerk was when we found behind some shelves what looked like an old book. And we pulled it out, and it turned out to be the original 1850 records of when Hidalgo County was created. Plutarco de la Viña, I believe, was the first county treasurer or the county, anyway, but the book was onion skin. I mean, and it was all handwritten, the prettiest handwriting that you could find. But the meetings were being held first in Hidalgo, and then they removed some bandits came and kidnapped the commissioner's court. A todos, vámonos, to Reynosa. So after they were released, they decided to move the courthouse and the county seat to Edinburg. Okay? And the Plutarco de la Viña's house was being used. He lent one room to the commissioners so they could have their meetings. And this is the history that made me so proud, because we read everything that, the way it is today, 4 constables, each per precinct, 4 JPs or 2 JPs per precinct, everything was written. And that was, to me, that was to this day, I think, when God calls me, that will be my greatest contribution. And we donated it to the museum so they could make copies and ta-ta-ta. So anyway, and I can go on, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some things. So, and I know you all are saying, ya, ¿cuándo va a acabar? So, I just want to make sure. Okay, one thing that I will say is this courthouse that is being torn down right now was a place that when I was 7, 8 years old, we used to come and sell tamales that mi abuelita Porfiria Guerra used to make. The courthouse was open on Saturdays from 8 to 12. And we would get a basket. Each one of us got a basket with about 10 dozens of tamales that were going for the low price of 50 cents a dozen. And we'd go to the courthouse, and we'd go, okay, let's go to level 5 to the 5th floor, all the way up. And then we'd sell tamales, and then go down to the 2nd floor, you know, to get rides. And then to the 4th and to the 3rd. And that was our fun time for the week. It was every week. And I wrote some notes down. I didn't want. I want to thank Elisa. You're so beautiful, Mama. She's anyway. my brother, I want to thank my brother Roberto, my brother Gordo, Joel, nobody knows him by Joel, everybody knows him by Gordo, my brother Flaco, Joel. It was Joel and Joel, but one was bigger than the other, so Gordo and Flaco. It's easier. So anyway, but I want to dedicate this honor to my brother Joe, who's been in the hospital for about 4 months after suffering a series of strokes. And I went to go see him today. And I told him about this. I said, you know, I'm being honored. I said, and I'm gonna pass this honor and this award, Joe. I want to let him know that this award goes to you. And it goes to my brother Joe. He's still with us. He's struggling, but he's still with us. And last but not least, I want to thank my nephew Bobby, who is giving up a career, a fabulous career in the music business because of his desire to serve our community. And what God has given us, and this I'll say to everybody, the blessings that God gives us are not just for us to keep. The blessings are for us to pass on to those who are deserving. And I thank you all very much, Commissioner, Mayor, Councilman, Javi, and Roxanne. I remember you when you used to interview me and tell us how to get me. Yeah, she would always give me trick questions, pero nunca me pasó. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Judge. I wondered if you remembered. I was always bugging him as a reporter. Thanks, Judge. Thank you, Polito family. Okay, our next honoree is certainly a staple at our fire department, Mr. Roland Hugh Pursley, better known as RH. Lifelong resident of Edinburg, he grew up working in his family's farming, ranching, water well drilling, and oil field businesses while attending schools in the Edinburg School District. In March of 1975, Mr. Pursley joined the Edinburg Volunteer Fire Department and served 31 years as a volunteer. In 2006, he was hired by the City of Edinburg Fire Department as Deputy Chief, serving until his retirement in March of 2019. Following retirement, he returned as a volunteer firefighter, marking, get this guys, 50 years of service last year. Recognized twice as Firefighter of the Year by the Edinburg Volunteer Fire Department, Roland's career reflects unwavering commitment, leadership, and dedication to protecting and serving the Edinburg community throughout 5+ decades of public service to the City of Edinburg. Hometown hero, R.H. Pursley. Thank you to our firefighters for coming up and also taking that photo. We appreciate that. Okay, Chief, you got the podium.
Okay, I thank everyone on the committee for selecting me. It doesn't seem like it's been 50 years, and we've been celebrating for a year already because next week is going to be 51. So I don't take this as an individual honor. I had some very good leaders, mentors, and team members to work with. So it's not just me involved in the fire department. I started here when Chief Sanders was the fire chief. Part of the city attorney and the city manager doesn't want to know this, but I started hanging around the fire station before I turned 18 and before I was a member. And it was one of those grass fire seasons that was overwhelming for people. And Chief Sanders said, "Son, do you think you can drive that truck?" I said, "I know I can drive that truck." So okay, go to the fire. So I actually responded to a fire before I was a member or even I was 18. So then after Chief Sanders retired, then Johnny Camitas came in, which a lot of these young people doesn't know those people whatsoever. So Johnny was a character of his own that everybody respected. He could tell you, hate you 1 second and then help you the next second. So he was one of those characters like that. He left me, he'd call me, all right, so I'm leaving town, you're in charge. Well, okay, wait, I'm not even in Edinburg right now. I'm a cook at a job. And so, but no, you'll take care of it. So it was it left like that. So I unlike most people, our business was involved in the oil and gas industry. Our main income was from there. When I graduated from high school, that's when I joined the fire department before graduation. Of course, everyone knows the oil gas business is boom and bust. Well, it was in a big boom when I graduated from high school, and there wasn't time to start college. So I never attended college at all. I continued. I credit the City of Edinburg as a fireman, basically getting technical training, training from Texas A&M, local training. So I appreciate everything Edinburg has done, and I don't accept this award by myself. The whole team of the fire department. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. See you on the race route. Oh yeah, we gotta give that to him. Our next recipient is known as the Voice of Edinburg, Mr. Leo Reyes. Leo, born and raised in Edinburg, is a graduate of PSJ High School. He earned a BS in kinesiology with a minor in biology from Pan American University, graduating magna cum laude. Leo began his career in 1990 as a PE coach with Edinburg CISD, serving at Robert E. Lee, Zavala, and Lincoln Elementary Schools, before becoming the district's PE and health coordinator. He also serves as the district's public address announcer. His accolades include District Teacher of the Year and awards from USTA, Catch Global Foundation, and Fuel Up to Play 60. Active in community athletics, he volunteers as a youth coach, works as a sports official for Edinburg Parks and Rec, and also chairs our 10K Advisory Committee. He and his wife, Elisa, have 2 children, Stephen, also a PE teacher and coach at De Escalon Elementary, and Jackie, a graduate student pursuing advanced studies. Ladies and gentlemen, hometown hero, Voice of Edinburg, Leo Reyes. Thank you, Reyes family. Leo, you're used to holding the mic?
Well, I'm used to holding the mic next to you right before the 10K, so it brings a lot of memories. Before I start, my wife said, keep it short, don't talk too much. And one of the things that she always does, she kind of blesses me before I do our football games. She always says, don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. And I'm like, I've been doing it for 18 years, and after a while it just becomes automatic. But anyway, I stand before you, I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I'm blessed to be bestowed with this award and actually be in the presence of all these hometown heroes. But let me go back with a story, because today it's about telling stories. We would not be here without the support of people around you. In 2021, I got called in to Mr. Javier Lasta's office, and David Chavana was there. And it was Ron Garza. Ron Garza was the city manager in 2021. And he says, guess what? I have another assignment for the committee. We're gonna do a half marathon. And first thing David said is, no, we don't do more than 10Ks. We don't do more than 10Ks. And he said, we're gonna do 13.1 miles, and we're gonna call it the Hometown Heroes. So now the committee is tasked with coming out with some criteria and stuff like that. And it was in 2021 that we started. 6 years later, we're continuing. It's getting bigger and better. And because of that dream or that thought from Ron Garza, we're here today. And we as a committee decided to go out there and say, listen, Edinburg is filled with nothing but hometown heroes, teachers, businessmen, people that serve in the armed forces, other people that teach people's life. And we decided that we were going to go out there and honor those people with a race. Now, one of the things that our committee, I'm honored to say that our races, which is the David Chawana 10K, the fun run, the 2-mile fun run, and the Miracle Mile, you will not go anywhere in the state of Texas without seeing those races. This year, we had record numbers. And because of that, it's because of a mayor, the councilmen with their financial support, with their support, but also having a great Parks and Rec staff, Javier, Eric, Sonny, Anthony, Ronnie. They're my other family, and without them, they make my job easier as the president of the 10K. And we're always looking to improve, and because of that, we are actually in record numbers. This year, Javier, what was our numbers? 11,000? 608. Yes, 11,608. So I'm happy to say that we've actually, done a really good job. I stand before you. I wouldn't be here without my parents. They instill a great work ethic. They also were public servants as teachers. Just give me a bit, just give me a bit. My wife's uncle, Deacon Cosby's there, and he said, anytime you get emotional, it's because you care. Yeah. But anyway, I wouldn't be here without my parents. My brother, thank you for introducing me to being a official with the City of Edinburg. I remember 7 years ago, he asked me, hey, you need to be an official. Now, 7, 8 years ago, I'm getting a little better, but I'm not there. Thank you to Stephen for being in my footsteps as a PE teacher. Jackie, thank you for being a good little girl. And being a public servant as a future physician assistant. Also my wife, being there, for thick and thin, and always being there to support with challenges in life. But also, I'd also like to thank all of the honorees today. It's an honor to be there with you. The first thing when I saw Coach Filafeo was like, I hope I don't talk after him, because I'm not going to be able to be I'm not going to have his enthusiasm and stuff. But I also like to recognize Joaquin Lozano. Joaquin Lozano was my student teacher the last year that I taught. What an honor. Last but not least, I'd like to challenge Mayor Ochoa to coming back and let's have a fitness council, just like the Mayor's Fitness Council like we do in San Antonio, so we can expand wellness opportunities for all the citizens of Edinburg. And last but not least, it's not what the City of Edinburg can do for the hometown heroes, it's what the hometown heroes have done for the City of Edinburg.
I love all these stories tonight. We learned so much, and it's pretty neat that you actually helped to create a race and then turn around and you get to be one of the hometown heroes. Leo, thank you so much. Okay, we are down to final reveal of the night. And that is, drum roll, Dr. Alejandro Salinas. Also with a cheering section. Dr. Salinas is a proud resident of Edinburg and a former city councilman, born in La Reforma, a farming and ranching community. He faced early challenges as a native Spanish speaker, but pursued education with grit and a whole lot of determination. He graduated, yes, go ahead, clap. He graduated from Edinburg High School and Pan American University, later earning a Master of Education from Sam Houston State University, and then a doctorate of philosophy from UT Austin. Dr. Salinas' 52-year career in public education includes service as a teacher, principal, superintendent of schools for Hidalgo ISD, and clinical instructor at UTPA. Beyond education, he served Edinburg as a council member and currently chairs the Board of Trustees at STC, representing Edinburg and the surrounding area since 1996. Through 3 educational foundations he established, he has ensured lasting opportunities for students across the valley. Our last hometown hero of the night, Dr. Alejo Salinas. Dr. Salinas? He had a cheering section too. Love it. There you go.
Muy buenas noches a todos. This is only half of the family that came tonight. The others are behind. And I counted those that didn't get up to come to the front, so I don't know if we're going to count you as family in the future or not. But anyway, thank you very much for being here. It's an honor to certainly be here celebrating all of the heroes that we have for this year. And I'm especially honored to be here because as I reflect during the time that I was city commissioner in Edinburg, that I worked with Mayor Alamia, I worked with Mayor de la Viña, and I worked with Mayor Joe Ochoa. 3 mayors during the time that I was here, and I was very privileged to learn from all of them and to learn what serving a community was. I started in this business without even understanding half of what I was supposed to do. To begin with, I never thought I was going to get elected. But I did. I got elected 3 times. We had a great time improving the city of Edinburg, especially with a lot of vision from the mayors that were there. And they trained us as commissioners. I'll never forget, and I always want to mention this because not too many people know that during the time that I was a city commissioner, Mayor Ochoa was the mayor, and he had a vision for us. And being an educator, to me, that's very important. He said, we need a medical school in Edinburg. Let's go do something about the school that just closed down, Lamar Elementary, where now we have the medical school. That was the vision that the mayor had for us. We supported him. We moved forward, and today we have a medical school. It took a long time to get here, but that's the way education is. How about that? I also want to, I feel proud also because there's a bunch of my classmates here. Judge Hassel was my classmate. As a matter of fact, he swore me in during the last time that I was sworn in to serve on the Board of Trustees of South Texas College. And we have a bunch of our classmates that came to be with us today. So many friends, so many beautiful family members that are here. And you know, I was asked, why did you come to Edinburg to work, being an educator? Well, I did. I was a bus driver for 2 years. But after that, I decided I have such a large family and so many friends that I want to keep it that way. I don't want to work in Edinburg. I just want to keep my family and my friends and not get into any problems with any of them. But Edinburg has been a place for me for most of my life. Ever since I got here, I lived in Edinburg. I could have lived in McAllen, I could have lived in far. I had homes all over the place. But I've always chosen Edinburg as a place to be to live, to participate, to be amongst friends and family. And that is very, very important to me. For the last 30 years, I've served as your board member to South Texas College. And I'm very proud of what we've done with the South Texas College over the past 30 years. I was the first elected member. The initial ones were appointed by the governor, and I was the first elected member, and I'm very proud to have served our community of Edinburg as a representative to South Texas College. We go by districts. I serve District 5, which encompasses most of Edinburg, a little bit of San Juan, a little bit of FAR. And it's really an honor for me to have been reelected so many times. And just when I thought it was all done and I wasn't going to have to worry about anything, I'm running one more time. Some people may think I'm too old for it, but I tell them, I can go 6 more years. Our terms are for 6 years. So one of the things that I like to report with elected officials and all those that serve the communities, I think that I have survived being elected and re-elected and so forth for a total of 36 years because I practice quiet leadership. Quiet, you don't see my picture in the paper, you don't see my picture on television. Quiet leadership gets you there. The name is out there, the face is, and keep it that way. We want to get re-elected and continue getting re-elected. That's my advice to everybody. But anyway, thank you, City of Edinburg. Thank you, commissioners. Thank the committee that took care of this. Thanks to everybody. Congratulations to all of my fellow hometown heroes that are here tonight, and certainly the people of Edinburg that have made this a great place to live and a place that we want to live, and we want to raise families here, and we continue to certainly expect and continue to grow a better quality of life for all of us. This is Edinburg. This is a community that I love, the community where I want to be for the rest of my life. Thank you, everybody, and God bless you.
One more thing.
I had orders that I was not supposed to take more than 5 minutes. Did I do all right?
You followed the rules. Quiet leadership. Congratulations to all our amazing honorees tonight and their families and their colleagues. One more round of applause, please. We would love to take photos with all of our hometown heroes, of course, with council. And once we get that out of the way, please, families, take all the snapshots that you want. It's a great moment tonight. We cannot wait to see you all at the race on Sunday, March the 8th. Cafecito, taquitos, cheering on the runners, and make time to visit with the honorees and their families if you attend the race, unless you're gonna run it like our mayor. We'll have some refreshments after. Thank you all so much. It was a beautiful night. Be safe. And thank you, hometown heroes in the City